Hey guys, Levi from the Rag Company. With me, Greg from Detailed Image. And if you want to geek out on shipping, this is the video for you. If you don't need to watch it. But their whole setup is probably one of the best I've ever seen.
Well, thank you.
So you need to walk us through it because this stuff's pretty awesome.
Well, as we all know too, first off, this all comes from shipping costs just going up through the roof. There's all kinds of new surcharges, regulations, things of that nature that are driving costs up significantly. So it really all comes from a necessity of we have to get customers of packages at an affordable rate. So that's really what drives this, and it's only going to go with whether it's fuel surcharges. It's only going to go up, just a matter of time. So it's becoming a bigger and bigger cost, and there's the expectation of free shipping. We have the Amazons of the world, Amazon Prime, et cetera, that create that expectation of free shipping. So we have to do everything we can to keep that cost low. So that's kind of what drives us. So come aboard, we'll go take a look at a couple things here, see what we're doing to keep shipping low.
So first off, I see all your boxes are already pre-made.
Pre-make the boxes gives us the best shot to basically get your orders out. If you order by 1 p.m. Eastern time, it goes out the same day. So pre-making the boxes, on a busy day, we could be doing easily 700 orders in just one rip here. So basically having all those boxes pre-made basically is going to give you the best chance of getting everything out the door. And what I'm going to show you next here is our handy dandy invoices here, and I'm going to give you a second to zoom in on it. Basically, one of the things you're going to see on it is basically this thing is going to tell you, basically it's the row, the unit, and the shelf. And it even tells you down here whether you should enter from the front or if it says for the rear or the middle, essentially. So all those things indicate something to you. Basically, what that's going to help our employees do is know how to loop through the warehouse in the fastest route possible. And basically, everything is laid out in a chronological order. So basically, you're always just going up in up a row and then down and up and down, etc., and always moving in a forward direction. If you're ever moving backwards, basically that means there's an error in our system, more or less, there too. So basically, that's our goal from it. In addition to that, our invoices also at the very bottom tell you whether there's any issues with shipping it. These are some of our shipping restrictions, meaning it's going to require a special sticker to get to you safely.
Yep.
A lot of people, especially if you're just a novice or you've done a little bit of eBay or something back in the day, or maybe you just want to rep a little something out of your shop, be careful with shipping it. There's a lot of regulation, and the fines are in the thousands of dollars. So be very careful with shipping liquids. It may not always be as easy and as clear-cut as you think. The second part of it too is, again, you're going to come down here. It's going to tell you what shipping options to use, how much it weighs, and it's going to tell you which box we recommend you pick. Basically, every single thing that we carry here has been weighed and measured, and basically it knows how to. It has a little algorithm there.
From the tiniest can of wax to a gallon of product.
Everything has to be weighed, measured. Also, that's what, every time there's a new variation of a product, it has to get weighed and measured again, essentially. And our algorithm basically gives a suggestion of what box it thinks it's going to fit into. So again, any new employee can come here and know roughly which box they want to pick right away.
Yeah.
And then it gives them the best shot of getting it up there, saving, again, time, steps, all that stuff. And most importantly, we want it in a nice compact box for you to basically ensure it gets to you safely too. So we do factor in a little extra margin to that, so there's room for our packing materials. Yeah. But basically, if you put it in a big roomy box, that's usually not better. It gives it more, it can, a gallon can weigh 9 pounds, etc. You don't want to gain any inertia and move around. And if you've ever seen a video of you wouldn't have, but if you've seen the video of the inside of a box while it's traveling, you'd be amazed at the force that's generated just by having that thing travel in the back of a truck, just the shaking of it and how much everything settles in there too. So we try to be very careful with how it's packed. Not getting in the right size box with just the right amount of packing materials is really the best bet, as opposed to just stuffing massive amounts of packing materials in there is actually not really the most efficient way to do it for the most part there. So a lot happening in this little invoice here. Seems like it's a pretty dull thing, but actually it's the key to really getting guys in here and having them be very effective employees from day one there too.
So then they can literally come in, grab the invoice, then find out what box they need, maybe grab a cart, and start. Basically, this is their map to get through the warehouse. And then they end up, you've got it set up, whether it's UPS or FedEx, determines what area they go to pack that. Finish it?
That's all displayed here too in terms of whether it's FedEx, etc. And basically, it's all designed around having the least amount of steps possible. So basically, our system knows the distance for every single one of these things. And basically, we try to strategically place products within the warehouse, basically keeping the steps the shortest amount possible. So it's a fun thing to kind of try to challenge yourself to kind of get it right, because you can never get it perfect. It's always going to have imperfections in it, but it's fun to keep challenge yourself to try to reduce the number of steps these guys are taking. And how do you adjust the warehouse? You can't adjust it all the time, so you have to kind of make a calculated decision of, okay, this brand's growing tremendously, it's getting more popular, has to be moved to the front, but what comes out, what has to be moved out of its spot. So constantly you're just playing that game of balancing things, of how often to do that and which ones to move, and basically just trying to keep those number of steps down, keeping costs down, keep shipping costs down, more customers. So that's the goal there. So again, nice. It's not as easy as it sounds, but not that complicated at the same time.
But because of all this, like you said, you've made it so efficient, so simple, that with keeping your costs, the big one is new employees. So your training time is a lot quicker, a lot easier for them to learn off of, because you've given them a standard operating procedure as to how they're going to do it. And then you've got everything laid out already, kind of pre-planned, so they can really build everything as quick and easily as possible. And then customers, like the customer is going to get exactly everything that they need packaged, and it's going to arrive safely and effectively, because you've taken all the guesswork out. I know, like, many people think they can just, like you said, they can grab this, they can throw it in a box and maybe stuff it with some newspaper and some packing and go, here you go, ship it across the country, and then someone's not going to receive it, or it's going to get damaged, or maybe the packing company or the shipping company throws it, breaks it, the bottle breaks, the leaks, it comes back, and if you're not set up for that, or you didn't take the right precautions, you're going to get dinged, because whether you're going to lose the product and you got to replace it, and the shipping costs, and now you're at double shipping costs because of that.
Exactly.
Like, a lot of people don't think about.
Yeah, we break that down for our new employees too. We talk about a small mistake could easily be reshipping something, could be $80, $90, and the frustrated customer who may not shop with us again. So
you lose that sale, which is continued income.
So we basically just show them that math. So we say there's no amount of you working fast that's worth an error. So you have to, accuracy is always the most important. Speed comes a little bit with time, but we never really push speed too much, because it doesn't matter. If you can't be accurate, it has no value. Because again, reshipments get $50, $100. I might give the customer a credit or a couple free towels on top of that. So it just keeps going up and up and up. So it easily could be $100+ to correct a mistake. So accuracy is always most important. And luckily, we have a really good team here who cares about that stuff. We go over we have a damages and an error report, basically, and combined, they should be less than 0.5% in any given month. So basically, that's the error rate we're willing to live with. We try to keep it around like 0.3 or lower, really is what we try to aim for. But 0.5 and lower is basically an acceptable rate for us. So we're monitoring all that. On top of that, we're also monitoring emails. So if you get a notification from FedEx or USPS that says, hey, your shipment is delayed or it's taking longer than expected, we're also getting that. And then we're proactively either contacting the shipper, the shipping company, or we're contacting the customer and saying, hey, did that package actually arrive to you maybe? Maybe did something happen? Is it damaged? We're trying to track it down. So we're proactively reaching out to the customers, letting them know that, yes, we have seen that this is not moving for some reason. Hey, maybe we're going to ask you to wait another day or two to say, hey, let's see if it moves. Let's see what happens, because we're not able to figure out where this is right now. But other times we're just going to reship it just automatically and just say, I don't think this is going to get to the customer, depending on what the error message is there too. So we're doing a variety of things in shipping, and it's changing all the time. And all these things we have to do to stay on top of it. We're also able to offer customers Saturday delivery with FedEx Home. Highly recommend that. If you need something for the weekend, order on a Friday, you can still get it via, like I said, FedEx Home. And it was a big announcement, was just made a couple days ago, big to us, is that FedEx Home is also going to start delivering on Sundays now, which is huge, because that's going to just open up a lot more possibilities for people to get a kind of a more guaranteed delivery on the weekend. So for detailers who get that last minute detail, or if you don't have a coding in
coming
stock,
in Monday morning and you're out, you can at least make sure that it's arriving.
I think and that should be starting, I think it's December of this year, basically. FedEx is going to roll that out there too. So we're really excited for that. It should be in almost all the major metropolitan areas. They did say there'll be some exclusions. We haven't got all the full details, but we're really, really excited to bring that to the table. And I think customers are really going to appreciate that. So, yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Greg, for bringing us out here and wandering us around. Yes. This is phenomenal, and it's one of those things that you don't think about, and a lot of people don't think about, and it's eye-opening, because even us as a company that ships to 50 countries around the world, and we're always shipping stuff like this has been eye-opening for us to go like, holy cow, how can we make things better too? And I think that's the key to all of this, and the reason we do this, whether it's you guys' Ask a Pro blog or the YouTube videos or any of this kind of stuff, it's just education, and it's helping all of us in the industry learn, whether you're a detailer, whether you're a manufacturer, whether you're a supplier, whether you're a distributor. It's all of us are in this together,
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
and it's helping everybody out. So
I would say if my competitors are doing well, it means there's a good chance I'm doing well too.
Yeah.
So I'm rooting for the industry as a whole, and when that ship rises, that means everyone's going up with it too. So
Yep.
that's what we're looking for. And to your point too, is when you tend to listen, you tend to learn.
Yeah.
So that's what we try to take tours of FedEx. We've toured other facilities. We're asking questions to FedEx reps, and we've had FedEx engineers come in here and look over our process and say, hey, here's where you could maybe try something different. Getting suggestions from them. We've had specialists come in from Uline and give us suggestions of what to do with packing materials too. So we're exploring it from every angle possible of how to keep quality up here, but also trying to take the cost down every which way we can. So it's a constant battle, and we're just constantly gaining a little bit here, learning a little bit there. And hopefully that just makes for a better shipment and keeping those prices down for our customers. So that's what we're working for, is the customers. Believe it or
you guys
not,
are doing a phenomenal job.
We try.
Thank
Appreciate
you
the
for
time,
letting
buddy.
us
Yeah,
come
thanks,
hang
man.
out
Yeah,
and
appreciate
check
it.
this whole thing out.
Appreciate the time, guys. If you're
this
still
is
watching,
awesome.
you really care about shipping, and we appreciate that too.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So Greg, how can they find you?
Hit us up at detailedimage.com. Check out our Ask a Pro blog. Also on Instagram, we're Detailed Image Car Care. Facebook, Detailed Image. So hope to see you guys on social media.
Yeah, and as always, you can like, comment, and share this video. And make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for more videos right here, the Rag Company YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.